It's live.
We in, baby.
Man, you're a part of something. It's something big. Because Benfica is more than just football. It's more than just soccer.
I'll start this motherfucker off.
Listen, everyone, this is the new channel, Benfica After 90.
Tem futebol melhor, país melhor. Abraço a todos, viva o Benfica, viva Portugal.
And Feliz Natal, everyone. Thank you for joining Benfica After 90 after the end of our Taca Da Liga run for the season. How you guys doing today?
I'm well. I'm loving life.
That's
yeah, same here.
Final game of the year. Yeah. We kind of, everyone going into this game knew that the odds of us progressing were very slim, and we were expecting like a full, like an experiment, almost like a preseason game kind of feel. And that's pretty much exactly what we got today, right? And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it was an interesting game because when you get like a mix of players and maybe should I go into the starting 11 and then we can talk about the players and stuff?
Yeah.
Let's toss that up real quickly. So last game of the season, the last Benfica for 2019, we're all going to see is Zoblan in the back again because it's another cup game. Tomas Tavares, Jardel, the new kid on the block here, Moratu, Nuno Tavares, haven't seen him in quite some time, Kyle Lucas, Luis, Jetson, Jota, RDT, and Seferovic. And the final game, as Cynthia points out, on the 21 of December, right? The decade of 21, I guess is what we should call this decade. What do you think about that?
21. Yeah.
It is.
I was in tears earlier on. You know, believe me or not, I was just in my room thinking, wow, man, all we've achieved in 10 years, man. I hope we can achieve the same or more in the next 10 years. Me and 21,
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
So well, not just that. Imagine the 10.
Oh, looks like this thing decided to chop up on me again. So just give me 1 second while I get this straightened out.
He's back.
It's back. This Discord software lately has been giving me a feel. I tried uninstalling it and reinstalling it, but hey.
Mario, you fucked up, bro.
Got it fucked up, Ron.
There's no other way to put it.
Canada's not liking this Discord business.
No, but like I was saying before you left, but imagine the 10 years before that. Imagine this last 10 years, Benfica, the decade, and what we've accomplished. And then imagine, remember the 10 years before that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Oh, no, it's for all our shitting on Luis Vieira, and he has it coming, in my opinion, a lot of times. But if you look at, our history, the last 10 years have been actually a really good 10 years. We got a lot of titles out of it. We've done well, right? Got about what?
The team has grown exponentially. You know what I mean? As far as brand, as far as players, the Seixal has really come into its own. We've all known about it, but once Felix got sold, everybody, the Seixal was on everybody's lips. Everybody's writing about it. Everybody's. If Benfica didn't sell, the players, this is their starting 11.
Yeah, when they looked at Bernardo Silva, Ederson, all these other guys that's out there, right? Right. Yeah, but on today's game, just to kind of go back to that lineup, actually, I'll put it back on the screen here real quickly. I was very much expecting RDT to start. It was Florentino Luis. Sometimes it's a mixed feeling because these guys need playing time. But I wasn't expecting much. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't expecting much out of this team because when you do this much of a changeover, this looks like the type of lineup when you have a home opener for the Champions League against a top side. This is what you field.
What's funny? I feel like we lost because the players had the same mentality I had, and I sort of like I put it out in the universe, and they adapted it. Because even I, when I went, I was really like, huh. It was 2-0. Honestly, it was 2-0, and I was happy that Jota had scored that screamer of a goal,
Fucking
and I was
beautiful goal.
happy
Oh
that
my god.
Aditi had scored, for his confidence. But honestly, I was emotionless. Like, I remember I was sitting in front of the TV, and I was like, and it almost feels like if I felt that way, then the players in there are gonna feel that way as well, and that's why we drew. We drew because of a fluke goal, but let's not talk
That was
about
a
that.
beautiful fucking goal.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
oh,
that came off
that
his chin. Like,
second
fuck
goal
off.
was
I mean,
amazing.
If you're gonna end, yeah, if you're gonna end Benfica's decade, I can't be mad at that. I love football, you know what I mean? I love Benfica more than football, but damn,
That was a
man,
good
I was
goal.
like,
yeah.
hey.
It's funny, you know what? We got this game. We got 4 goals in
Fuck
total.
him.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
but yeah, fuck him. But that goal, hey.
no, it's a funny game. We had 4 goals in total. The first goal, you can say the first goal for Benfica, and the first game for Setubal, we're kind of like, you guys kind of screwed up. Like Setubal did a back pass, RDT took advantage, capitalized, finished well. And then for Setubal, they did a little cross, and Zoblan just wasn't quick enough, and he let the ball go over his head. And it was a bad fuck up. So both goals are fuck ups. But then Benfica's second goal, what a screamer by Jota! You're like, oh, this is the Jota we have heard about. And that second goal, this is the I don't know who the fuck he is. I've never heard about goal. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know what?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what too? That Jota goal, Chiquinho keeping it alive over there in the corner, man. That
yeah.
was
Oh, that was well done. That
You
was
know what I mean?
amazing. Yeah.
That was really 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 nice.
You know,
That play deserved a goal. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
And what a goal! And what a goal!
before the game started, I promised myself, you know what? Let's have a good weekend. This game means realistically nothing.
No,
Because if Vitória Guimarães win, then even if we won like 10-0, it still
It's
means
pointless.
shit in
Yeah,
terms of progressing. So I was like, I'm just gonna let it play. I like that he's got the kids on, and I like to see some of the kids. And I was like, I'm not gonna let it get to me, and it's not gonna get to me because again, it was 2-2. Again, I'm so happy that Jota scored a goal like that. It's got to give him confidence to shoot more, to just be more active, and just to have more of a say where you don't have to pass all the time. Like maybe sometimes you can take a crack because he's just done that and it worked. I like that RT scored because he's obviously got to be confident. And I don't know, man. It wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a game where Benfica just sat back and I don't have time for Jardel discussions. Like I'm not gonna waste time discussing Jardel any longer. He had a couple of good seasons, or he had a good season realistically, and that's my opinion, by the way. But he's never really been that defender for Benfica. He's been there when we need a defender, and we didn't have any better. But when something comes in and is a little bit better than Jardel, he's out straight away. What was his name? What we're talking about? Monaco. What was his name? Monaco.
Morato.
Morato.
Morat, that's the
Morato.
guy.
Yeah,
He reminds me of Moretti. Bit. Anyway, Morato, he had decent moments. That was a moment where, as a defender, he was very calm, very composed. Like, he waited for the other striker to come in and then quickly did like 1-2. And I like that. From a defender perspective, that's amazing. But then the last goal is he's trying to put his head where he should be playing with his feet. Like, why are you doing that? Like, just whack it out. Like, I don't care if it's Setubal or Real Madrid. There, you just whack it out. Like, but he tried. I don't know. He made a meal out of it. All right, and then the other guy fucking just has fucking laps or some shit. The ball like hits his shin, hits the fucking bit of his shoe or his boot, whatever, and it just perfectly volleys like chips the keeper. It was weird, but fuck it. It was 2-2. I like to see the kids play. This new Renato Sanches guy, I liked him. He looks just like Renato Sanches, big, broad guy with massive hair. Yeah. I get lost. I get lost with the fucking Tavares, man. Like, David Tavares, I think it is, yeah. It would look good. Like, I was watching the game with my mum. I started making jokes because I kept going, yeah, because you get like every time he picked up, like, there's a run where at least he goes around the whole ground to pick up the ball by the corner flag, and he picks up the ball in midfield, gives it to Chiquinho or Jota, I'm not even sure, and then he just goes around, like, overlap, and then he picks it up on the other side. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I like to
He was
watch.
like Elisal on the scooter bike.
Eliseo, exactly. My mum said that. My mum
Eliseo
said
on the
that.
scooter bike.
My mum said exactly that. So yeah, I liked it, man. It was pretty good. Uh, but yeah, we'll get to the Sharice match all that later on. But yeah,
Yeah. Hey, Lenny, I'm gonna toss one thing up real quickly, and I just want to get your 2 cents on it for the two of you. I'm gonna quickly put up the list of players Benfica actually has. It's not perfectly done here. I just quickly whip this up. Um, and I highlighted a couple things. So I highlighted Jardel because, and I know we don't really need to discuss his role on the team. It's almost non-existent.
Gimbora.
But he's still listed as the Benfica captain, which to me is just a personal irritation. I'm like, how is this guy still the captain? You know what I mean? The other guy I highlighted because talking about center backs.
Doesn't mean the best player though, guys.
No, that doesn't mean best player,
No,
I would just think it'd be someone that's involved with the team in some shape, way, or form, right? Like, I just
don't know how much Jardel's involved with the team, like in the back and on the training pitch.
He's giving reach around, so I don't know. Anyways, we got Conti also. Conti's the other guy, which he wasn't on the bench, and he's
where is he? Like,
I don't. He's not injured.
Jardel.
But not even to be on the bench. Like, it was interesting with the guy, Marat. He's not even on our list. He's a B team guy, right? So it's neat to kind of. I appreciate giving B team players a run. I think that's cool. But the fact he wasn't even anywhere near it. We had, if you looked at the kind of like the list of players. I got to go back here, but you got Sikovic, which pretty much is like we've talked about him before. He should be gone. This is the type of game that you're gonna either these guys play, or they should just January window. Just it's time to kind of send him packing because Sikovic wasn't on the bench. Another guy that wasn't on the bench was Phasia, and Phasia's a guy that's like not getting any minutes either. So it's like, hey, what's the point with him, right? And then Ibui, he's not injured again. I know he was injured before. He played a little preseason.
He plays on the B team.
He's playing for the B team, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get called up to. He was signed as a main team player. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
got injured. He played with the.
His leg.
I know.
You know, he broke it. Yeah.
But in the preseason, he played with the main team. So this is a game for the B team players, which is all good. It's all good. Like Tavares, like to me, Thomas Tavares was the best player, right, on the pitch. But I think he's one of these guys. Like if you're gonna treat this as like a preseason game to give guys a run, I think Thomas he didn't need a run. I'm sold on him. I think everyone's sold on him. Like he's good.
Yeah, guys. Two things I want to point out. Yeah, Martin said that. I don't know if obviously Melo can't understand it, but
he's Spanish. He doesn't understand.
He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe that we this League Cup is a thing. We should just get rid of it, or just because apparently the French are not going to do it. But anyway, whatever.
No, I think this is what the 10th edition of it. Like it's not like it's a newer thing.
We have 7 already. Dude. Think about it.
Oh, we got the majority. We got the majority of them. Like it's but it's
10 or 11. We got 7. Man, that's just like we don't need any more. It's cool, man. We don't have space for these fuckers.
But it's one of these things where it's a cup that like a cup's a cup. If I rank my cups, I got the Champions League. Yeah, exactly. You got the Champions League. You got Europa League. You got our Liga. You got the Taça Portugal. You got Taça Liga and you got Super Cup. That's my personal ranking of the titles.
Yeah.
If I pick them, in terms of which ones are valuable. Yeah, we got. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, man. I'm talking too much. We had all these players there. Like we had Portuguese, Moroccan, Brazilian, all this stuff, right?
Yeah, I can put it back up. Yeah.
Don't you find it a little bit weird that we don't have a player from Africa, like Mozambique, Cape Verde, Angola, like
Uebi's from Mozambique.
Nigeria. No, but not.
I mean,
not
Portuguese colony.
Yeah.
Because we used to always have like a couple of players that we would grab from, like some of them really skillful, some of them really fast, and we don't do that anymore, and we haven't seen one in quite many years.
It is.
Well, they're all their parents are all transplanted now, and. The Renato Sanchez, the David Tavares, they're born in Lisbon, but their families from places like that, right? Cape Verde.
But let's say look at the one guy from Port, Zé Luís. He's from Cape Verde, right? He plays for Cape Verde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you go back to Benfica's history, I mean Torres. We always had a guy from but it's been a little bit. I don't know what's happened with her because I know we got academies out in Mozambique and Angola, and I know. The big 3 are big in Angola, and there's if you look at the list.
No. The big 2 are big. Fuck off. Sporting has got no fans in Angola, man. You go. There's a
No, no, no.
meme.
You know what?
There's a
No, I'll say
meme
the opposite.
about
I'd
that.
say Porto. This is actually the whole Sporting actually has, and this is to my detriment. I'm gonna say it. They have a big fan base globally from the Portuguese side. Porto's fan base is the smallest of the three. Porto's got a fan base in Port, and that's it. They got like a. If you go to when you go to Canada and you come to a Portuguese club in Canada, and you go to the clubhouse, the one half is Benfiquistas. Then you got another like chunk that's a Sportingista, which is a bit smaller, but they're still decent. And then you got a tiny bit of Portistas. And when I go down to when I've gone to Fall River in that area, same thing. If I go towards Alex's area, and I was talking to I had a bunch of family out there. It was Benfiquistas and Sportingistas, and I didn't meet one Portista. The Portishas, like if you go in England, I'm just picking on you, Luis, because you'll know better than me. Because you have a bigger proximity to Portugal than obviously we do. But how many Benfiquistas and Sportishas versus Portishas? Do you know more Portishas than you do Sportishas?
No.
That's the thing. I find Portishas. It's just
No.
they're a successful regional club. That's
No.
they've punched above their weight, but they're really
The
like
thing is,
You
yeah.
it's
you just made Luis realize how many Sportingistas there are.
Yeah.
but it's twofold. Porto is smaller than you think, and Sporting sucks even more than you think. Because given how much support they have, how shit they are.
Yeah. I think realistically in all my life, like Portish. Thing is, I meet quite a few Portishas, but I can't be friends with them because they're fucking dumb as fuck. Like they're just stupid fucking idiots, dude. Like I'll be fucking honest, dude. I've got Daniel. He lives in Porto. He's a huge Porto supporter, man. Like, but he knows football. He watches football. You know, he's not like this. You know, like he has a conversation with you about football regarding or what club he supports or not. Not regarding, you know, whatever. But then I meet some Portuguese dude, like, they're not people, they're animals. Look, I got a girl, right? She's my friend. She's Benfica supporter. She met this guy. She probably fucking watching this. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Carlo, if you're watching, man, kisses. Anyway.
Lots of love.
And then a boyfriend is from Porto, right? No offense. He's a bit of an idiot, right? Because we were watching fucking Porto against, what was it? That fucking... The one game that was 2-2 or 3-2 or whatever, they fucking... Anyway, for the Europa League, right? My man just sitting there.
Rangers. Wasn't it Rangers or Young Boys or something like that?
Was it Young Boys? I don't know. Whatever. They were losing... They were winning 2-0 and then they went down to like 2-2. I can't remember, right? They didn't fucking score a goal. It was all fucking on goals and fucking rebounds, right? My man's sitting there going... Oh, partiu todo. He broke his fucking rings. He broke his back. I'm like, bruv, you didn't fuck all, bruv. He had to score one goal. And like, every time Zé Luís picked up the ball, he's like, go on, yeah, do him. Oh, you see that? What do you mean? He just passed the ball back, bruv. He didn't do fuck all. You know, and the guy's like, you're right, mate. Are you right in the head? See what I mean? Like, some Portuguese is fucking impossible to be friends with.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
I had another one that, you know, you would give it, but never take it, right? Every time Benfica lost, hey, how's your Benfica? And then I'm like, fuck you then, innit? When we won the league, I messaged him, hey, where's your Porto? He stopped talking to me. I'm like, what? You gave it, you can't take it. Fuck off, innit? Like, anyway, whatever.
That's how they are.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you know what? I like to kind of joke sometimes. You know, when we talk about anything on this show, we do get a little sidetracked from time to time. You know, so it's all good.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. You know, I'll pop this little meme. Yeah, we get sidetracked. It's like a train track, and we veer off. Anyways, what I was gonna say real quickly though, because Martin made a comment, 7 beer cups. And I got to shout out Nelly from Bermuda. We're going to have a series of Beefications worldwide, and he's going to be one of the individuals on it. But he made a comment in a group chat we're part of today. And yeah, it's a beer cup. And just like a beer cup, it's like beers. And it's nothing wrong with having another beer. Right?
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. And so it's one of these things where you want to win it all. If you only can have one, you want the European Cup. If you only want one domestic one, you want the Liga Cup. And from there you just build. I want the Taça Portugal next. It's disappointing. We're out. It is what it is. I pretty much as soon as we dropped points to the lower division side, it was in our low of lows. It happened. To go back to today's game, the one thing I loved, the first goal from RDT. It was a cheap little goal. It was via back pass. He didn't overly celebrate. He knows he's not in a good spot. He understands that this is not like that goal is not going to change the situation for the League Cup, and it's not going to really change the situation thoroughly. It isn't like he got a screamer. What I loved though was the all the players on the pitch, the way they ran up to him because he didn't really celebrate. He's like, I got the goal, whatever. Let's walk back. And the amount of guys that ran up to him, the guys all the way from the defensive side that came like Chardell and all of them, like Tamaj, to kind of say, oh, we got that was a good goal, man. You did it, man. You got a goal. Sometimes you just got to get. Doesn't matter how shit it is. It's kind of like a guy that's on a cold streak that hasn't got laid in like 6 months. He finally gets something. It doesn't matter how fat she was. Yeah, he finally got something. You never know, man. It's gonna get better from here. You know what I mean? Like, so it kind of was a nice pickup for me. So that's like one of the positives there. And then that Jota had this moment at one point where he's in front of the net and he skies the ball. I'm like, fuck, kid, man, can't you just like shoot it on target? So much. And all of a sudden he does that play, and you're like, holy cow, he scores that goal. Like that's this kid. Like this is exactly what like we're out of this Tasa. Who cares we got the draw? To me, there's a couple of these little positives that we're getting out of this game that to me is like, yeah, because you got our starting 11. Our starting 11 is going to stay the starting 11. We got a good 11. But these guys like Jota and RDT and a couple other ones we expect to come off the bench, this is the kind of game that can kind of give them that extra motivation to keep working hard in training. Next game, you're likely not going to start, but you got it in you, man. You have the opportunity to possibly earn it back.
Yeah, that's true, man. Although, like, I'm getting just a little bit tired of RDT, man.
Hey,
Man, he scored, right?
yeah.
What I didn't like to see it was the fact that he didn't celebrate. If again, I'm not blaming him for him. I'm not blaming him for it, but still, it's a goal, dude. Celebrate your goal, dude. Like I've celebrated goals when my team is losing 5-1, but I still do
Yeah, so
something.
you still got to.
I'm not gonna go but I still be like I scored.
Actually, I'll say my son played this morning, and there was a cross that came in into the box, and he got it, but he kind of shot it wide, but it hit off another player, and it ended up being an own goal. And my little guy looked at the guy, went own goal, looked at the net, he looked around, he's like, fuck it, yeah! He like started celebrating
Exactly.
as if he scored. It was hilarious. The team was losing
But
and
for me,
everything.
what did it for me was like at some moments in the game, especially after the two when it was 2-0 and even 2-1, you could see him just walking back with his head down, and he was like,
He's
"Yo,
defeated.
that's
He's
not
defeated.
an
He's defeated, man. I think.
like because like he made
Maybe it's time to go back
look
to
like
work.
Sverbic was active. Sorry, Mel, go on.
No, I'm saying maybe it was just time to go back to work. I mean, how much I get his celebrate, but the game is not either win or lose. You're not the goal.
No, but for me it was after that, after like so the forget that. Like for me, that was already like okay, right? So I kept my eye on him basically after that, right? And then he just felt like when the team was attacking, it was just there. It was just a number. It's like if you pass me the ball, I'll probably just try and do something with it. I'm not gonna try too hard to find space to get the ball. And then when it was sort of coming back on the defense, it was like you could see Tavares running, like sprinting back, Jets and all like that. And he just literally, even Sverbic was sprinting fucking back. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like literally head down, like shoulders down, and like almost like thinking, oh, you know what? Yeah, this is not for me.
Well,
It's
it's
almost
no,
like the
it's
realization of both of us.
well,
I don't know. Maybe I'm
no,
wrong.
I know what you mean, man. Here's a guy that got paid big bucks. He's up and coming in La Liga. It's like, oh, you're gonna be the next Saviola, Xavi Garcia. These guys we've gotten that are players that are Real Madrid players that were on loan. But he was the same kind of clone idea.
Yeah, I get it.
It's this
But,
guy like a Real
retrospect,
Madrid
right?
player that's having a hard time
I mean,
breaking into Real Madrid.
Saviola, and I'm like, no.
But
Like,
Salviola was almost the exact same like carbon copy idea. A guy that like was on the fringes at Real, kept getting loans, and it's like, here's my opportunity. And now he's sitting here he hasn't been able to crack the 11. He hasn't been able to get the important goals he was supposed to. You got Vinicius that's taken the spot. Everything's going well now with the team, and he's not part of what's going well. And here he is on the pitch at a meaningless game. Like literally, it doesn't matter if he scored or not. We're eliminated. And he's looking around him. I got these children. I got this child, that child. And he sees like David Tavares. Like, oh man, that kid eats. He's a tank. He sees a big fucking guy coming out. And then he sees the other kid. I forget his name, Dante. So he looks like a ball boy. The little child comes out. And then he sees like old man Jardel drooling a little bit, walking and seeing with the cane. And he's like, fuck, I'm on the special team. Damn, it's like I'm on the Special Olympics team here. What the fuck's going on? Like it's not where I thought I was gonna be in life.
I think today's game, though, like if we really look at it, I think Bruno Lage and Vieira, I think they need to look at the team today and start cutting, right? Start saying who's going to mean something to this team. I mean, yes, it was meaningless to the players, but I hope it wasn't meaningless to Lage and the higher ups, because January's coming. Bruno Vieira already put his foot in his mouth. I told you. I fucking said it. I just wish he'd shut the fuck up, but he didn't. He comes out and says, "I'm gonna get reinforcements to make Benfica dominant."
Oh, what was the quote? What was the quote? It was something like, "We're gonna sign big. I don't know. We're gonna be a big European spender or some shit like that."
So here's what I hope, and I know a lot of Benfiquistas don't want to believe it until they see it. I get it. I'm the same way. And I've said on the show before, I hope he just shuts up. Don't fucking talk. Remember, Luis, I said, just shut up. Don't talk. Let the team play. If you're going to do something, don't talk about it. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
We spoke about that on my show.
We spoke about this.
Yeah.
So what did he, on your show. Yeah. So what did he do? He opened his fucking mouth. He opened it up and he says, I'm going to get reinforcements. Okay. So you tell me that. I watch a game today and I'm in my mind, the parts and bits and pieces I'm watching. In my head, I'm already got the highlighter, the black marker, and I'm crossing motherfuckers off the list. Right? Who don't belong here? Who doesn't fit? Who doesn't play? Maybe RDT's that guy. I mean, he scored a goal today. We heard rumors of him leaving, him wanting to find more minutes on another team. Okay, you got to go. You know what I mean? You got other guys who just.
Undoubtedly.
Are they going to take a spot on either? And I'm not talking about getting rid of them fully, but are you going to take a spot on the A team, or are you going to go back to the B team? Guys like Florentino. I know it sounds crazy, right? But does he fit into this team right now? Is he going to get any minute? I don't know.
No, but I got this on this. I got it on the screen right now. You got guys like.
The cream rises to the top, right? They need to find the cream, and they need to get rid of everything else. Whether it's the B team, whether it's a loan, whether it's a sell. I hope today they got to identify players. And you didn't have to play today to be identified. Guys like Faja, guys like Samaris. You know, what are
Conti, man. I put up on the screen. You got Conti. You got some guys.
Where's Kalaika at? Kalaika's been on our team for 15 seasons already. Like, does he even play for us anymore? Every time I hear Conti, I say Kalaika because every time I hear the name Conti, I think of Kalaika. I'm like, where's Kalaika at? It's the same guy. It's the same guy. One's from Serbia or Russia. The other one's from fucking.
You think of that? Remember that Alan Kardec? We had that guy on our friggin' payroll for God knows how many years. The Brazilian. He got that sick goal against Versailles, and that's about it.
I hope today. I mean, that's how I watched the game. Yes, it was emotionless, but at the same time, I'm like, who means something to this game, to this team, right? Jota, does he deserve more minutes? Or does he gonna get a loan?
I was about to say that. Like, yeah, I was about to ask you guys that.
Kyle Lucas had some quality plays today. He looked pretty good. I've seen him in short spurts. Is he gonna get more minutes though, or are you gonna loan him? Or are you gonna send him to the B team? Right? Like,
but I think
until the 14th. We don't play until January 14th, right? You have all this time to take the film, go watch film, assess the roster. You're gonna bring reinforcements, okay? That means that some people can't stay. Some people have to go. Who are those guys? You know,
to be honest, like with me, I agree with you. Like I fully agree with you. With my head though, I have this feeling of like we have 3 competitions. Like we have the Portuguese Cup, the League Cup, the Europa League, and the league. Right? I hope Lars is not expecting to play the same 11 in the league and the Europa League. You're not going to be able to do that. You're going to crumble and lose both competitions. You're going to have rotation, especially if we go a couple games further in. Like, you need players, in my opinion, like Samaris around, because you need him to come on in the game in the Europa League when it's 2-1, and you can see that everyone else is tired around him. He needs somebody, or Luis, Florentino Luis, or somebody, somebody to come
Eh,
in and pick up that
or a
but,
younger
midfield.
guy,
I
We
think
or
need these
somebody we're gonna
players.
pay,
no,
or
but
somebody gonna. That's the point I was making.
We,
I'll say
we
this
need
much.
to make sure that when we take quality, sorry, Mari,
Yeah.
we need to make sure when we take quality, sorry, when we take a player out of our main team, we don't take the quality out. Like, for example, if this Weagle guy came in, I don't see us losing any quality by taking Tarapto or Gabriel out for this guy to come in Europa League. I don't see us losing any quality whatsoever,
Right.
right?
I look at it. I look at it a little differently. I look at the
And that's
fact.
amazing to
Yeah.
do. That's like for you to have like literally 5 or 6 players that all play the same level, and you know that you can do whatever you want, and you're not going to lose quality because that's always, you take Vinicius out and you put, for example, RD, you've lost quality. You take PC out and you put, I don't know, Caillou, you lost a lot of quality.
That's
But
why
if,
these guys aren't on. That's why I'm. That's why I said the guys we have are really in that predicament. They put us in a predicament where we're subbing and we're losing quality, right? They're gonna
yeah.
have to go out and get some fucking reinforcements, like you said. They're gonna have to do that.
You know what? I'll say this much. I put the starting 11 back up for a reason. I don't think we need to do. I'll take major signings. Fuck, we get a good player. I'll take it. I'll never complain about getting a good player. But I think today's team was
Maybe
playing the depth in the sense of Nuno Tavares is a good kid. Like Tomas is our main guy. Almeida is also a good guy. You can rotate between those. But Nuno Tavares is a decent player. He needs to get some minutes. He's shown that he can play on this team. Grimaldo's our main left back. But if you're talking about
Oh,
rotation,
yeah.
we got Nuno Tavares, and where I'm not concerned about like high end quality. Because when you look at Florentino Luis, you look at Jetson, you look at Jota, you look at even like RDT and Tavares. I'm picking on even Kyle Lucas. We got Shakhtar. So we're talking about like back to back games. So we're gonna face, if you kind of go down the path of February, we're gonna face Braga in our stadium. And like I always joke, Braga's a tough opponent. We always get the win, but they still give us a run for our money. And then on the Thursday of that week, we have Shakhtar. So we got lots of time to rest, and we go and face our main 11 at Shakhtar. But now you got to rotate, and that weekend is Gil Vicente. And I look at Gil Vicente, and I'm not being disrespectful to Gil Vicente, but their defensive midfielder is not as good as Florentino Luis. Their fullback, as decent as they are, Nuno Tavares is a up and coming kid, man. He's talented, same with Jota. We got depth that works with these like weaker Liga NOS sides. So I think I believe you play your best for Porto, for Sporting, for Braga, for Guimarães, and for Europa. The hash, like the rest, when you're talking about teams like Tondela at the Luge, you can go ahead and rotate. You can go ahead and rotate. And it is that we need to sign some big European name to add depth against Tondela, because I'm not worried about Tondela. As long as these guys are getting some minutes here and there, and I think that's where the League Cup comes in handy, is you gave these guys minutes, and that's what I looked at today. I looked at these guys. I'm like, I think there's a future for Nuno Tavares. I think there's a future for David Tavares. The guy's a tank. I liked what I
Yeah,
saw from.
but does that future have to be tomorrow?
No. But I think that future
You know
could
what
be
I mean?
no. But I'm saying like more of like the. We don't need him this season. We really don't. But we don't.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean by tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean by tomorrow. Well, why? Well, like I said that, Mario. You have to figure out who's gonna take spots on this 18.
But
Right?
those kids,
They have
yeah.
to figure it out.
But those
And I don't
kids.
think those kids. I love those kids, but if you're gonna tell me that that's our rotation is gonna be relied on 19-year-old kids, like
Well, it's not even that. Like
it
I
doesn't
would say.
excite me. I'm sorry, it doesn't excite me as much as it used to.
It
Because
doesn't, but I think it'll work for the tiny teams if you're smart. Now, if Brunelage is an idiot, which he has done this in the past, so he did it in Europa, where you're gonna go play in Europa and you're gonna throw children at a European side, and it worked out well against Galatasaray, but it bit us in the ass against Frankfurt. You can't do that because those teams have quality talent. Sometimes you get away with it, you get lucky, but you got to play your best 11 in Europe. It's going to create a situation where it creates a gap on the team in the Liga. Now, if you got Frankfurt or a European side that's decent, and you got Porto that weekend, you now are stuck making a shitty choice because you don't got the bench to kind of play that level of competition. But if you're facing Shakhtar and the next weekend you're facing Gil Vicente, that
You
bench will
guys are
work.
making my argument, but you're making my argument to me even more though.
No,
Is that
but I don't think. Do you think Do you think we need to sign like a big name for bench?
yes, yes, no for bench, for Benfica. Like I don't. There's somebody. on the starting squad who we can afford to put on the bench if you're going to bring in a big name, right? I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing Gabriel play in the second because then you bolstered your second squad, right? So you bring Gabriel back or Tarapt back, and now you have somebody you can rely on in that midfield. And you brought a big name over, to take that spot. I mean, if you're gonna if it's an upgrade, absolutely, man, absolutely. We come on the show all the time. I mean, in the past, at least, or there has been moments where we want a name. We got the money, we got the equity to do it. We
Yeah,
got the
that's it.
players. We got the players in exchange. It's all about moving around. It's all about scary money. There's a saying we say out here in the Bay Area: scary money don't make money,
Yeah.
right?
Fair enough.
You
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can't, you know what I mean? You can't move on. You can't progress on these kids. I'm sorry, we've seen it. We've seen it for the last 4 seasons, bro, where you go in and you fall short because you're playing kids. I get it, but
Yeah.
you have to treat the kids like you treated Tomas Savage, where you put him in a place to succeed, right? Remember that game where he kind of finally shone through? It was just a couple games ago. We had our starting 11, and then Tomas Savage, and Tomas
Yeah.
Savage was going crazy because he had a good support system around him. You can't put 11 of those guys out there. You can't put 5 of those guys out there. You can't. You cannot put 5 kids out there on just a whim on a. Okay, we're gonna just start these 5, and these 5 are gonna sit. You are right in the sense that you have to do it smart. You have to be smart about it. But Bruno Lage is going to have to play chess, not checkers. All right. At this moment, from here on out, it's all chess. Fuck checkers. You know what I mean? I'm going for the king. We're going for the king. We're in the queen. Right? If Vieta said it, I won't. I'm gonna be the person this time to believe it when I won't believe it when I don't see it. How about that? You know what I mean? I'll be disappointed when I don't see it. But all right, if you said that, then I expect somebody. I,
You know,
I'm expecting.
I don't got the free agent. I don't got the free agent list.
Yeah.
Or I don't got the mumblings or who's going.
Yeah. But like.
But I'll tell you this one thing, and I'll let you guys jump in. If we did that, if Benfica got one amazing fucking player, we've seen how one amazing player can do wonders on this Benfica squad, i.e., João Felix, right? Look how much that guy meant, right? If you tell me you're going to put a quality guy next to Pizzi, with Rafa, with Carlos Vinicius, like now you're like, now you've took this team, we're pretty good to win the Liga, but now, okay, we're favorites to win the Europa League. Right now, I mean, you instantly put credibility on this team because good players like that, and I'm not saying one player makes a whole squad, but one player at the right time, Renato Sanchez, in the right moment, can bring a team from just, kind of, and I don't want to say obscurity because we're not an obscure team. We're a good, solid squad, but you can, like, make us even more formidable. That's the word I'm looking for. You can make us formidable. Where we would go into Frankfurt with a quality 8 or with a quality 9, and I'm like, yo, this is going to be, look at Pizzi, how he's playing. Look at Vinicius, how he's playing. Servi, Rafa. Like, insert one guy, and I'm not taking anything from Gabriel or Tarapt, but I know there's better. I know there's better out there, like that we can get, that you can put in there and use them good. I don't want to cost anybody a job. I'm not complaining about any players, Tarapt or Gabriel. I'm not complaining. I like those players, but bro, like, what could it be if we went out and spent, I don't know, fucking name somebody, name someone. I don't know who's a big name. I can't even think about it. Like
Ibrahimovic.
Okay, I don't think
No,
that's a.
okay,
I don't think
let me,
that's the
let,
quality.
no, 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 no,
I
let
don't
me.
think that's the name right. Okay, but I don't think that's the guy.
No, no, let me do this. Let me toss this out. So we got Santa coming up this in a few days. Santa's coming, man. We got the winter transfer window here. We got our dear letter to Santa, your Christmas wish list, right? You got that going on,
I
right?
love that idea. I love this
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, so we got our wish list. You know our 11. You know our players. I'm gonna say the little girl flipping the bird is that's the Luis Vieira because I call bullshit. I call bullshit on Luis Vieira doing anything. I've heard it one too many winter January windows. Oh, je te dinheiro. Oh, vais ver que eu vou apanhar. And then we give some kid on the B team a contract. His contract é como novo jogador. É bom? No. Sometimes I call bullshit. That's all I do. But if we do get it, if Luis Vieira for once in his life doesn't BS Benfiquistas, where? Who? Forget the name. Forget the who, because I don't know. I really don't know who's out there. But what position would you be the happiest to see us get if we got a quality player that's talented in X spot? Alex, go for it, buddy.
I would go for somebody over Chiquinho. I would find a replacement for Chiquinho, and like I like Chiquinho, I love him. But if you can get a guy who can play with Carlos Vinicius right behind him, man, like that would be my ideal. Because I like everywhere else. I like Gabriel. He's a physical player. You know what I mean? You need that sometimes. You know what I mean? You need his hard fouls. I like his passion on the field. Tarap has come into his own right now. But Chiquinho's position, and we've said it before, it just lacks something. There's something that's lacking so much. If we can get an attacking mid to link up with Vinicius, or Vinicius link up with him, that would be my wish to Santa. If we can get an upgrade over Chiquinho in that spot, and have Chiquinho do what he's supposed to do right now, super sub,
Yeah.
crack, like Bruno called him. He's a crack, right? So bring him in when he's supposed to. And I thought that would be my wish. That would be my number one for sure.
How about you, Luis?
It's fucked up because like you set me up for failure asking me the question, Mel, isn't it? Because we think alike, so it's now I feel like I'm just copying him, but it's a position you want, right? Like we have at least for now a solid back. We've found our midfield, in my opinion. They all play into their capability. Yeah, I'll be honest. If it was Weagle to come, I'd be happy because he's still young. He's a different sort of midfielder than Taarabt is. He's faster. He's a bit more. He's cheekier. Um, who would you take out? Gabriel, Taarabt? I probably would sit Taarabt for a bit because I think Gabriel would play better with Wiggle. But honestly, like Mel said, I would want somebody that can play alongside Vinicius and can be. I see Vinicius as like a target man. I want like a false nine where he plays alongside Vinicius, but he drops back to help out in the midfield. Like um, again, Chiquinho is that guy right now. But I just like to see if Chiquinho doesn't turn up, we'll have somebody of the same powerhouse on the bench. And the thing is, I wanted to say before, and I didn't say it, is I think Benfica is in a stage where we can become, and I truly believe this, we can become the Juve of Italy, or the Bayern Munich of Germany,
Or
the
you
PSG of
own the league.
France,
You own the league.
where you feel like, because we realistically, right, in 5 years, in 6 years, you won the league 5 years, right? Obviously, and we didn't win that one year. But if we had won that year, we would have been champions 6 times. So that would have already been like Juve. You know, I just think that we have, like Melo said, the money, the structure, you know, the academy, and the name to become the champions for the next 5, 6. That's what I would want. I would want to see Benfica to a point like Juve, whereby like March you're like 19 points ahead. You think, fuck, or PSG. By Christmas, PSG is going to win the league because they have to lose like, let's say, 6 games to lose the league. I want Benfica to do that. We spoke about this last season, Mario.
Just own
to
it.
win the
Just
league.
own the league. Just own it
Just
early.
own the league because I know I
Be done
truly
by
believe
April.
that
You know
if
who
we
I would
ever,
love if Benfica would do it? I wouldn't. I don't. If they can get a guy like Timo Werner, right? You can go get out and Timo Werner, bro, from Leipzig, somebody like that. Fuck out of here. Like get like, or even
yes,
even now I'm thinking because I'm looking up the names, right? Who might be available? A guy like Arturo Vidal, right? You put him right behind Vinicius, somebody like that. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, but this is what I'm talking
You
about.
know, you
This
know what's
is
funny? As you're
the 20 year
talking,
old from Roma, Zanolo,
you know what
or
I would love, right?
hey man,
You guys know Oscar?
Cardozo, ten
oh
cuidado.
Yeah,
Martin, oh Oscar,
Nah,
Oscar
China.
from China,
from China, dude. He's done some.
yeah.
Dude, the guy's in China, right? He's been there for a few years. He's still a very good quality player. And he can play that central forward position, you know? And I think Taarabt and Gabriel behind him,
You
it will
know,
give him so much space to work with, you know? And the guy, dude, don't
What
get me
about
wrong. The
Martinez
guy
for
is
Inter?
not like,
What
huh?
about Inter? What's Inter want for Lutaro?
Yeah, no, Lutano's
Martinez.
not coming, my friend. Come on.
I'm just saying. Hey, I know, but I'm just saying, bro.
Well, if
Like,
we're
what you
speaking
want?
about this, right? If we're speaking
If we're
about
talking about it, yeah.
if
We're
we're
talking about
speaking
my wish
about
list.
Lutanos here, hey, how
Yeah.
much you want for Gabriel Jesus? You know, he's second striker. He's not really playing that much. You know, he can come over to Benfica, take that spot with Vinicius. You have Gabriel Jesus and Vinicius, my friend.
I,
Jesus,
so
you win the
I'm gonna.
Champions League and the Europa League in the same year.
I want to say one thing. I actually know what, Alex. Out of all the positions, you're right. If I was to get one guy that's talented, that
He comes as well, man.
you're
He comes
spot on.
it.
However, you know what I'm thinking of? To agree with you and do it in a Luis Fifieta way. You know who we can get that would fit right that plug that Luis Fifieta
Oh
will go
no.
on? Mitroglou. Here's a guy that plays
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't
a
be mad.
secondary striker that plays in that position that is good, knows Benfica, knows these players, knows our system, that left Benfica. That was a mistake when he left Benfica. That was Luis Vieira's mistake that he made. That did well in France, went to Galatasaray, didn't do as well in Galatasaray, and right now is on loan in Holland and is not playing, and Galatasaray is out of Europe, and they need to offload him. He's 31. He's that Jonas age. He'd be
Who?
cheap. He's 30. Mitroglou's 31. He's cheap.
Oh,
He'd be like the cheap signing we can get.
Christian Eriksen.
my
Hey, we're talking about it, right? He's talking about Mitroglou. I'm trying to step it up.
Wait.
Step it up.
I'm trying to talk like Lucio Fieta world.
The Christian Eriksen card.
Hey, what about? Hey, you know who we could maybe get to? What about?
No, wait. Were you joking or you actually
What
meant
about
it?
Mandzukic? No, I was joking. I can't.
Oh,
get
okay.
But you know what? I hear he is available in January for a cut price. That is what I heard.
Yeah, but brother, it's still gonna be like 60, 70 million. Yeah.
Still.
And his wages are gonna be.
Imagine though. Fuck. What about Mandzukic? What about a guy like that?
Who?
Mario Mandzukic?
Mario Mandzukic. Well,
Yeah.
from Juve.
Mandzukic, yeah.
Nah, I fucking hate that guy, dude.
Hey, but I would rather. Is he more quality than Mitroglou and plays the same fucking position?
Mitroglou's got the fucking beard going on, man.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Okay, fuck this. Hashtag it. Bring Mitro back. No, wait. Bring Mitro back.
Because he would
Gareth
get the goals. He'd get the goals. Gareth Bale.
What they want for Gareth Bale, bruh?
We got that João Felix money.
This guy, right?
He's going big. He's going big. Yeah, I hear Yuffie's not liking Ronaldo right now, and we got like they only pay 100 million for him.
Let me tell you something, right? I don't want to disclose this because I don't like disclosing personal lives. Bella right now, he's going through a good stage in life, right? You know, he's enjoying it. Cool. My man's going fucking Gareth Bale. Like, what do you think? Okay, look, I know you're going through a good
And
time.
then put Peasy
Things have been good.
right there. Oh my god.
It would be fun, man. It would be fun.
Put Peasy behind Vinicius and put fucking Gareth Bale out on the right. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, man, why not? You want reinforcements? These are fucking reinforcements.
Hey, quick. Okay. So Gabigolo, the fact that he's still a lone player, right? He flopped, but he did great in Brazil. Went to Europe and flopped. Went back to Brazil, did great in Brazil. I don't know. I think of these guys are these fringe players that, but what ifs, maybes, fuck it.
If it happened, I'd be like, I understand why.
I'd be curious.
I wouldn't be mad, but I would be mad after like 2 weeks. I'm like, you know what? Why? Like, honestly, guys, like, why? Like,
But that would be ball. I'll say this much. As much as I shit on Luis Vieta, and I think he deserves to be shit on quite a bit, if he pulls through and he came in with a Ford, because for the guy to spend on RDT and Vinicius and admit that, I got him fucked up, Ron. I gotta go get another one. I gotta go spend some money, and I'm gonna go do it. That'd be all right. I'd be okay with that. And again, but I think right now it's a situation where the starting 11 to me works. I'm thinking, who could you sign that's a decent signing that if they don't play, they're cool not playing. So I think that's why I thought of Mitroglou, where Mitroglou is currently not playing at all. He loves our club. He's publicly said many times after he left Benfica how much he loved it. He sees how we treat retiring players and their end of their career. I think he could still deliver. He's a guy you could bring on and
Yeah,
kind of say, you
that'd
know
be
what,
cool.
you can kind of come on. You're kind of right now riding the bench anyways. But if you come on and start producing like you produced before, and he's that secondary role. He's a cheap.
Yeah.
He's a Luis Vieira option. I'm just
Look,
saying.
look,
Uh,
he's the same shit reason I don't want Gaitan. Look, you left on a high note. Don't come back and fuck it up. Don't come
Nah,
back and
we don't look
Mitroglou is not gonna come back. That is not who I'm thinking. Like
I know. You're thinking bigger. You're thinking like Ibra's.
I can't.
You're thinking of those bigger
Hey,
names. I get it.
Honestly,
My man's figure we gotta sign
honestly,
Neymar.
realistically, how much would Gareth Bale cost from Real Madrid? Honestly, how much would it cost?
Over 100 million.
You think so?
I think they want
I don't
100
think
million
so.
for him.
They
Maybe
want 100 million?
they'll probably let him go for 80.
I say they'd let him go for 50.
I love it. Yo, Alex, if you were to negotiate, if I was the president of Benfica, you'd be my negotiator, man. I could send you
Hey,
to
I
Perez
get
right
it
now.
for 50.
I could see Alex
I
sit there
get
with
it for
Perez and be
50.
like, Perez is like, we'll sell him for 80.
And
He's like,
check
I
this
see
out.
you
And I
selling it
throw
for
in-
50.
And I throw in RDT. I give him RDT
I'll
back.
give you
You
RDT
can
back.
have this guy. Take this guy, man. Take this guy. Give me Gareth Bale. Here's $50 million. All right? Then and they're gonna pay half the wages. And Real Madrid's gonna pay half the wages because Gareth Bale don't want to be there anyways, right? We're gonna get him pay half the wages. We're gonna give him 50 million RDT. Gareth Bale, we're gonna win the Europa this year. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
So
And then-
somewhere out
and
towards.
then Mitroglou will tweet, "Congratulations, Benfica, for being Europa 2020 champion."
Yeah.
That's the only thing Mitroglou's gonna have to do.
So somewhere out in Europe, like
Gareth Bale,
somewhere
baby.
towards like Spain right now, Martin right now has like the speakers cranked, right? Martin has the speakers cranked, and the sound's carrying over in the Iberian Peninsula, and Gareth Bell with his big ass ears is fucking like catching these waves. He's just catching it, and it's picking up, right? And all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, this is something I could talk to my agent about." You know what I mean? So just give us 2 seconds while this thing reboots. But one thing I also saw in the chat while these guys come in hot in a second here.
Bale and Mertens, bro.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! And there'll be some players involved though. Imagine we got the capital. There'll be some players involved though. We'll give you Tino. We'll give you a couple of these young cats. You know what I mean? Throw it in, bruh. Sweeten the deal.
Martin's saying
And-
Bernardo Silva.
and-
Bernardo Silva.
That all right? Now you're being ridiculous. Okay. Now you're just going way too much. You know how much? Honest to God, I think Bernardo Silva is what? He's a $200 million player, like right now in the world, right?
No.
mind-
I'll say this one. It's an interesting
I'm
thing.
dead fucking serious.
No. The serious. I forget what the buyout is. I think he's near 200 million for his buyout. And I know Barcelona a year ago supposedly like inquired and City told them to go fuck themselves because we got oil money and we don't give a shit about whatever money you
I'm
offer.
saying he would go for 200. That's a $200 million player, bro. That's crazy. That might be his buyout. But you got to give him. All right. So what you got to give him? 180, 170, just to get him from there, right? I mean, after taxes and all that, that's $200 million.
We're talking like
That's crazy.
We're talking. We've got to take some MDD or whatever the fuck it is, and
we're playing fantasy football, man. That's all we are doing.
I love it. I love the idea. I love it.
Yeah,
No, but you know what?
fun.
Going back to the route though, I agree with you, Alex. If we go and do what Luis Rieta says, and we go, we're gonna create a big European spend.
Hey, Arturo Vidal's a serious. That could happen.
I think that position though, that secondary striker role is the one role because I think right now the weakness. So talking about
And I hate
depth.
Arturo Vidal.
Yeah, fuck.
I
But
hate that guy.
but think about rotation. I think in the middle of the park when we look at Gabriel and you look at Tarapt and you look at Florentino Luis and then we got depth. We got depth on the wings. We got more enough guys. I think the striker position is a position where if Vinicius gets injured, where the alarm bells are going to go off.
Don't worry, because we're gonna have Ibra. Remember?
But I'm saying that's why I'm agreeing with you. I think if there's a position to reinforce where you actually have someone legitimate that can
Yeah.
they can say, you know what, I want to see more of this guy. I love Vinicius, he's scoring goals.
Mm-hmm.
I love Shakingu, but I want to have someone. That's why right now I'm still holding off hope for RDT. But I agree with Luigi in the sense that it feels like that's fading. I feel like he's gone way too long without scoring. It also seems like he's realizing that it's fading. You got the papers all over Portugal saying that it's time for him to leave, kind of thing in January. It's another Castillo, another Ferreira kind of situation. I hope he perseveres. I really hope he proves us wrong, because we need that other option. Because I like, it's not that I get scared if Servi gets injured, because we got Rafa coming back. You know what I mean? Like, once Rafa's healthy, he could play on the right. So it'd suck if Pizzi got injured, but Rafa can kind of fill in and do decent enough. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's certain, like, right now if Tamaj gets injured, it suck. But Almeida can step up and do good enough. You know what I mean? Like, but that you're right, Alex. Like, Shakingu gets injured. Who's that secondary guy that can deliver? Vinicius, worse off, gets injured. You know what I mean? Like, you need someone else in that frontal area that can be a little bit more intimidating and more earning of the bench spot, because we know Seferovic isn't earning it, and sadly RDT is not really earning it either, right?
Yeah, and be realistic, and it's fun saying all those names and everything, but there's guys out there that are quality. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta go find them, man. Benfica has done a good job in the past of finding gems. You know what I mean? We found gems. Some of our favorite players were players that we found that were on the outs, or you know what I mean, that needed a transfer. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be somebody out there, bro. And we'll see. We'll see if we can do it, because I don't think that Benfica's in a position. I think they have to. I think the Europa League, being in the Europa League, the pressure on winning the league, like, you have to bring some enforcement. You have to bring somebody who's gonna play, and not who you're just gonna fucking loan out. And Benfica, after this season, they need to go back and look at the books, bro, and see how many players we got loaned out. We probably have more players loaned out than any team in the world. That's what I feel.
We got a shitload. We got a shitload of players, man. I will be honest.
Get those motherfuckers out of here. That's wage money. You're paying. You know what I mean? That's just taking up money on the books, bro. Like, get rid of that bullshit, and go get Gareth Bale.
Just fucking go get him. Just get him.
Go get him.
Just sign him.
How much does he make?
Like, right now, here's a couple of random players we got, like, which was interesting individuals, like Alpha Samidu out in Nottingham Forest, right? Interesting guy, but, like, where does he belong? Fareda's actually out. He's still actually a Benfica player. He's on loan at Espanyol. I actually thought we sold him. Yeah, I forgot. We got Oscar Benitez. Oscar Benitez.
No.
It's on loan. No, I don't want him back. I'm saying we got Pedro Pereira out in Bristol City. We got Igor Rodriguez out at Chaves. I don't know. I'm just looking at our league. We got Christian Lima out back in Argentina, right? We got Cadiz. Remember Cadiz? We signed. He's at Dijon, whoever it is.
Yeah,
How's he doing? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck how he's doing, but we got Bruno Varela playing for Ajax. He's in the Champions League.
Hey, what's Sporting want for Bruno for the Nines?
Yeah, they gotta sell him. They're going bankrupt. So
how much they want?
I don't know.
Honestly.
They want João Felix money, and they're not getting it.
Yo, if they were gonna sell him to United for $60 million, $50 million, the fuck out.
No, see, for me, I could never justify Benfica giving big coin to Sporting, because it's one of these things where it could, like,
what the fuck they gonna do with it? They're gonna squander it anyways.
They will.
You ever watch that movie Casino?
Yeah.
You remember that guy who went to go borrow the money, and he goes, "I'm gonna give you the money. You better not spend this money. You better not fucking spend this money." And you know what he's gonna do with the money? He's gonna go gamble the money off.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck the money up. He borrowed money to pay the lights, and on the way he's gonna hit the craps tables. He's gonna fucking play a little bit, and he's gonna be done. He's gonna lose. They're gonna lose all that money anyway. They're gonna fuck it off anyway. I call him mush. That's what we call. That's my nickname for Sporting, because everything they touch turns to mush.
Oh, right now, they are.
You're my baby mush.
Yeah.
They're the banana of the fruits.
$50 million.
Because me and Luis were talking back earlier.
$50 million.
Yeah.
You don't think he'd take an acceptable wage in Portugal?
But going back to what we need, that's not the position though. I don't
This is
think.
all fucking bullshit.
He would play right behind. I know we're playing fantasy, and I'm not saying, but if you put him right behind Carlos Vinicius, oh my goodness.
I'm just laughing at
And
the. I'm,
there's
just,
down
I'm
the
laughing
right.
at this little girl with the
Fuck,
finger.
bro.
Still,
Woo!
I think this little girl with the middle finger is just cracking me up on top of everything. It's like an addition on everything else. But yeah, no. Yeah, I'm
Watch
just.
V8
I'm
again.
curious.
Watch V8 again. I'm gonna laugh my
Oh
ass
fuck!
off.
I'll be happy, man. I'll be.
Watch.
I honestly think V8 has got. Okay, how about this? It's end of the year. It's 2019. We got a good decade. How good the decade's been, but our expectations have been elevated. Our expectations are not just our Liga. Like if we finish this season to the last match day to decide the Liga title and we win, yeah, I'm gonna be ecstatic that we won the Liga, but it's gonna feel like we with disappointment also because the expectation is what we have, the momentum we're building, the point gap we have right now. I still believe we can close out this Liga early this season. I think anything but is a failure. I think us crashing out of the not Champions League, the Europa League early is a failure in my opinion. Not getting a second cup. Like if we just win the Liga and not win the Taça Portugal, so I don't know. I hope Vieira truly feels that pressure. I truly hope that it says it's just not good enough to just barely win the Portuguese Liga. We need to crush the Portuguese Liga hands down. We need to own it. We need to kind of make Porto sit there and reevaluate their life choices. You know what I mean?
Fuck them guys.
And I think it's a good time.
Hey, I know everybody's seen that shit, but that motherfucker kicked. You see that?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? This is not a Porto, but bullshit.
Hey, but,
Fucking
hey,
Jonas did the same.
How
Like
can you?
Jonas had his foot up.
Really?
He had his
You
foot
really
up.
think so? That he meant to do that? Do you think he meant to do that?
I don't care if he meant or not. He fucking like ripped his head off. That man
doesn't
died.
mean- hey, shit happens. Shit happens.
That man
But,
died.
You can't card him just because it looked the way it did.
No, I think
right?
I think the way the
That's all I'm saying.
no the piss off with some Benfiquistas was like the previous season with Porto Muniz or either the previous season or 2 seasons ago. Jonas had in front of the net a goal he got. He put his boot up. He got the ball, but the goalkeeper jumped, and so after he kicks the ball, he tries pulling his leg away, but he still hits the keeper in the head, and it was a straight red card.
I remember that.
Straight red card.
That.
This
I
guy
wanna say
gets no
something.
ball, completely like TKOs him, and it's a yellow. And
That's
they
one thing
use
that pisses me
VAR on
off.
both. It's inconsistency.
That's one thing
It's an inconsistency that's annoying.
That pisses me off about our fans so much. You guys fucking memory like an elephant. Like you guys remember so much shit all the time. You compare it for things that happened 10 fucking years ago, 5
Hey,
years
remember
ago,
that time that
last year.
Portisha went up behind
All
Maxi
I'm saying,
Paredes and grabbed his
yesterday-
left nut and gave it a little squish? No
yesterday's-
fudgies.
Yesterday, no, yeah, that's different, Mario. That's completely,
That's
completely
inappropriate.
uncalled for. That's inappropriate and disgusting. Okay, but yesterday's scores don't count for today's game. Okay, the one thing that pisses me off so bad is that we never get over anything. Fucking the Portuguese fans can never
Fiz one of
get
these, like I
over
said.
nada.
Muito
God
forte.
damn.
Não é bom. Isso não é bom.
And it's always some obscure shit too. And Porto fans do this a lot, more than we do. They do this. They're kings of this shit. But they'll have this obscure fucking game from some fucking Taça Da Liga match, fucking 4 years ago, and they're like, you remember? They remember more shit about our team than we do with them. But all I'm saying is, stop that shit, man. It makes me sick when I see that shit. Last year, Jonas, they needed to.
No, but the thing is,
to me, it doesn't work that way.
I'll say this much. Okay, going
You
back.
think
Okay.
The ref is supposed to remember that?
No.
The ref is supposed to go, hey.
Fuck the
last
past.
year,
Okay, how about this? How about this?
Jonas kicked the guy in the head. We should give him a red card. That's not how it works.
No. I know.
It's not.
Going
how
to
it
the
works.
game itself.
Fucking Portuguese.
A high boot to the head, where you don't play the ball at all, is a.
How'd he score? That's what I want to know. How did he score the goal? Did they score on that goal?
No,
it a goal?
no, that wasn't the goal.
Oh, I was about to say. I
No.
thought he scored off that shit.
In Sanyish, I should get the clip for people. Took the clip of the head getting decapitated, and then took the clip of the goal, and then did the celebration. Yeah. No, he didn't get the ball at all.
That's
like
funny.
I love that clip, by the way. But no, he didn't play the ball at all. Didn't get the ball. He just basically clean cut the guy in the back of the head. The ball key somewhere else, and just completely took him out. Didn't touch the
Can I
ball.
say something?
Oh wow, my bad.
I
I
have
only
a
seen clips.
fucking
Yeah.
clue
I'm
what you guys
trying
on
to-
about. What are you on about?
There's the game last weekend, Porto, or no, during the Taça game,
Santa Clara Porto.
So Porto
Yeah,
advanced in the Taça. He did a bicycle kick. didn't get the ball at all. He just completely like cleaned the guy's head off. Like knocked him out. Like the guy got hospitalized. He has head injury.
You haven't seen this shit, guy.
He killed a man. He killed a man.
You haven't seen.
Didn't get the ball. The ball's over. The ball's over. The ref's like, hey, I got a VAR that. They VAR. It's like, hey, that wasn't very nice. That's a yellow card.
Go on your Google machine. Go look at that. That shit's funny.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Fuck your boy. I mean, it's funny because, you know. I mean,
Oh, no. The funny part is,
so
in Sanyaj, if you guys don't follow Sanyaj on the internet.
He's what made it funny.
I follow his stories, but I didn't see that.
So, my bad.
I'm going to find it right now.
If you play the ball, then that's different. I thought, like, see, the clips
No.
I've seen, I haven't been able to see a full clip, so I only get to see little GIFs. And I'm like, yo, like, how is this? I don't think he meant to do that.
Here, how do I do a proper? Can I do a proper screen share without screwing up everything? I probably can't. Yes, I can. I can do it this way. So I'm gonna go screen share. This is gonna look like utter shit live. It's probably gonna fucking crash the whole thing. So I'm gonna do a screen share here. I typically don't do this. My screen's gonna go funny. You're gonna see the all the adult entertainment in the background here. I'm gonna try and make, because it's my little window. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. We're gonna replay it again. Here we go. Okay, there goes his head. He decapitated him. Look at the head. He spliced the gif of him scoring a goal later. Like, he missed the ball. He just killed a man.
You know what? I don't see that again. You have to give that guy red.
Of course.
Now that I saw that again, that man died.
Hey, I wonder if they change the red when Porto plays. If they change the red card to blue card, if they show them more often.
Oh my god!
Is that what it is? Like, we don't want to.
Let's Sharice the match.
Let's do it.
Sharice the match. Let's get it on this. Okay, let me get it going. There we go. Perfect.
Who wants to start it off?
I can start it off. My Sharice the match. I'm gonna start with the Sharice himself. Is gonna be Kyle Lucas. Because Kyle Lucas got to start. He had some okay plays, but man, there are some horrific crosses he was making today. He just he did not belong on that pitch. You're sitting here with the subs of subs. Luigi's just drinking this all in also. But like
I'm making the most out of money. Come on, bro.
Exactly. But the thing is,
gonna have a baby. Calma.
I'll call him. But the thing is, he was substituted early for a reason. You're playing with the subs of the subs. He was the least productive guy on the pitch. That's my Sharice. My player of the match is Tamaj. That's obvious. He had a great game. He looked like a starting 11 player playing with the guys that are not starting. He was like the main guy. It's a huge testament. He's a kid that's like, he's doing what Nelson Smith did. He's just owning that position. Enough said there. And then the play of the match has to be that amazing hustle and dribble by Shaquinho. As much as we're talking about needing other options, as long as Shaquinho stays healthy and he's doing what he's doing, that work rate on the left where he's passing back and forth, hustling, keeping the ball in play, and gets it to Jota, and Jota gets that killer goal. That to me is a play of the match, because that to me is two things: is Shaquinho's impact on the pitch, and also giving that extra bit of confidence that Jota, man, that kid has something special in him, and it's just like it's just he just got to get a bit more experience. A young kid. If he puts those pieces together, man, we got something special again. And so it gave me renewed hope in the whole idea of Jota and what he can offer to this team. So that's my play of the match. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next, man.
Oh, go ahead.
No, because otherwise I'll just copy you again. You know, this way you can copy me.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's very, very easy for me. You know, whenever he plays, he's my chorizo. So, hey, Jardel, take it, brother.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good chorizo.
Burn that chorizo up, eat that shit. I honestly think that Moratu, is that his name? Did I get it right? Moratu?
Yeah.
He played worse because he's playing with that guy. You know, he had some great. This is Moratu I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He had some great discipline. It was great, you know, tackling, standing, tackling. He fucked up.
He's a big guy. He's a tall guy.
Yeah, he fucked up.
A striker.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
You know, Moratu, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's got a striker name.
but like, I don't know, he was all right. You know, Jardel was just, I don't have time to discuss it. I just give it to Jardel and that's it. Fucking take it. Put it in your pocket. I don't have time to discuss it, dude. Like, what the fuck is this guy even doing there still? I don't give a shit. Hate me if you want to. Fuck that. Right? Player of the match, I give it to Jota goal. Man, I love that goal. You know, Shaquem obviously again trying, keeping it on, and Jota's just like, ruthless. Just went, fuck it, I'm gonna try this shit, dude. Like, bang. And I stood up. I was like, ooh, put some sauce on them chips. That was beautiful. Yeah. And then you got man of the match for me, and it's weird because I wanted to give it to him for the last. Counting this game, I wanted to give it to him for the last 3 games, and I didn't. I gave him to Pizzi because I thought Pizzi came just on top. So today, fortunately, Pizzi didn't play, and he stood out again, and Tavares gets it. Obviously, the right back. The reason I wanted to go first is because I'm literally copying everybody. My mum said it, to be honest. My mum said it. It's like, this, because I didn't watch much of the first half. Like, I was like sort of in between games and stuff, sort of waking up and stuff because I had a nap. I'm Portuguese, but I have a bit of Spanish in me, so I had a nap, siesta. So yeah, I saw great things from him. Even my mum said, "Oh, this guy today played well," and I watched him, and yeah, he did well. Like Mario said, he looked like a main sides player playing with the B team players. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He was trying to carry the team forward. He was trying to tell the players, this is what we do here, boys. I like to see this. David Tavares, Renato Sanches looking like motherfucker. He's got a motorbike on him. He's got a moped again. He likes to run. He likes to give the boys. He could be good. I know he was injured for a while at the beginning of the season. Then he came back, and then he was injured again, I think, and now he's back again. So, or was he injured? Or I think he played for Benfica, then we dropped him, and now he's back. So, yeah, man, I hope to see more of him. I want to see more of him, especially with Luis having So and Jetson. I forgot he was playing Jetson. I don't know what happened there, man. But yeah, man, I hope to see more of this David Tavares guys. Anyway, Mel, go ahead, man. Just go.
Yeah, I am gonna echo you a little bit. I'm glad.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to go first.
My Sharice is gonna be Jardel as well. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'll give it to Jardel. I'll keep it Jardel. I could give it to Kyle Lucas, but I'll give it to Jardel as well. Suffering 2 goals. I always blame the center backs anyway. It's always just me. That's just how I look at it. My player of the match, Tavares, I'm going to go as well right back. My play of the match, this might be a first, but my play of the match was the Setubal fucking goal. That was the fucking play of the match. Like, honest to God, like, if we're just picking a play of the match, like.
So you like that one better than the Jota goal?
Yeah, because, no, I don't like it better, but it meant more, and how he did it. Like, he bounced off his chest, and he just fucking took it off. Pow! And it floated. Perfect. Like the hand of God must have touched them all because it went perfect. And Zlobin is a fucking idiot. But anyways, that was the play of the game.
That came off his fucking chin.
Whatever, bro. It fucking went in. That's the play of the game. Because they tied it. They tied the fucking game on this fucking guy, Gedge goal.
Look, I respect the
yellow
goal.
card because he took his shirt off and shit. Like, oh, God.
I respect the goal. I think it's a good goal, right? But I want this guy to go home and think, I only did that because I was fucking lucky as hell. I don't want him to come out and say, yeah, I meant it all. Fuck you, meant it all, man. That shit rolled down your chin, mate.
We played better, but they were lucky. So would you rather be lucky or fucking good today? I'd rather
be fucking done with this show. It's pissing me off. I fucking hate that guy. What's his name? Guillermo? Fuck you, Guillermo.
Yeah, that was the play of the match. Stop being assholes.
All right, buddy. No, it sounds good, man. I gotta put at the end screen here. We'll just ramble for just a little bit more while that goes up. I just want to make sure. I wish everyone.
So we gotta break, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I did a piss so bad, boys.
All right. We'll be back. We got Benfica's Worldwide coming. We got.
We're gonna do that throughout the holidays.
We do. I mean, you guys do, yeah.
We do. No,
we do. Luis is part of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
We do.
Yeah, I've yeah. Well,
you're the PZ of the show, bro. We'll give you that.
I'm busy. Yeah, I assist.
Yeah. Mario's Bruno Lage.
Hi.
You're Kyle Lucas. That way. You're Tarap, innit?
Yeah, me, I'm trap. Yeah.
Because you go out, you do
I
all
like
the
to
stuff.
party. I get fucked up.
Yeah,
I come on the
it's
show.
that's it. But when you come in, you deliver. You know,
But
like that's it.
I'm money, baby.
That's it.
And I
I like
love
that.
Moroccans.
Luis got his show. I'm gonna be with Luis again tomorrow in Portuguese, like all Portuguese
Yeah, man.
version of it. So I'm gonna join him in the
Tune
morning.
in.
Oh, I need to
Put the
speak.
link
Okay.
in. You gotta put the link in. Put
Yeah,
the link in.
yeah, we gotta toss in the
the
link.
show.
Yeah,
put
that's
the-
fine, man. Like,
No,
you know,
I-
I
I
think
think-
they know it, bro. I think
I
that.
think people know.
Put the link in the
Fim
damn show. Bruno.
Fim
Gosh.
Lash, Luis, do it, Luis. I'm trying to. If you do it better than I do.
Yeah, you know, pop over to the channel, leave a sub, and yeah, we'll be on tomorrow 3 o'clock.
Did
UK and
you
Portugal
put it in the
time.
chat? Did you put it in the chat? Where'd you put the
Yeah,
link?
I put it in the chat. Yeah, I put it in the chat.
It's not showing.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
what's I gonna say? I said something I forgot. Yeah, no, we'll be on tomorrow 3 o'clock, UK and Portugal time. Yeah, 10 a.m. for you, Mario.
Yep.
Yeah, Martin's on this time. Yeah, hopefully Martin will fucking pop up and show up, you know, with the good connection. He's not gonna go, hello, yes, I'm on a bus. I'm gonna do it for the bus. This is great, yes. Hello, £2 ticket, thank you. Hello, yes, very nice, good show, good, nice. Come on, my friend.
He's gonna be like, hello. I don't know.
Anyway, guys, hey, if I don't see you before, Merry Christmas to all of you
Merry
that were in the
Christmas.
chat. Vic,
Happy fucking New
we had
Year.
Gary before as well, Martin.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah's a big one, yeah.
I'd just like to do a minute silence, mate. I just
Happy
I
day
lost last 21st of the decade. I just like a 10-second silence, mate.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Okay, so it's just-
Really?
I'm like, wait, you actually really doing that? No. Okay.
Ah, man, that's plenty more years to come, brother.